Dire team banned.
Alright, hello and welcome back to CEVO Season 2 Playoffs. This is the round of 16 and Game 2 in a best of 3 between Top of the Line and Faded here on the Dire, who, of course, forgot to tag up for this game. I'm Helium from FMBP Dota, and I'll be casting this for you tonight. So once again, Top of the Line. They're going to ban out the Wisp. Faded, again, banning out the Batrider, even though the first pick has reversed this game. Still going to be taking out the same heroes so far. Into the second ban, Darkseer. So I think that's still the same. And then they took out OD, so let's see if they do the same thing here into Game 2. A lot of times in a best of 3, you'll let something slide through to change it up a little bit. But Faded probably feeling pretty confident about their Game 1 victory. They had an aggressive tri-lane with the Weaver, the Visage, and a Vengeful Spirit. So the Vengeful Spirit stun, and even more so for some reason, the Hell of Terror, sniping off some kills. It was a little sketchy for their first confrontation in the tri-lane, but after that pretty much just dominated. Nature's Prophet tried to come to help, but ended up just feeding himself, unfortunately, every time he tried to show up to help. So that went well for Faded, and the tri-lane, actually every lane, was pretty much won. So they take out the Nature's Prophet. It was pretty annoying. Sevent, it looks like, had the game started off a little better. Very confident on the Nature's Prophet, knew where to TP, was sniping couriers, was getting some kills early on for the tri-lane, so it was looking good. So they banned it out, and then immediately 4 picks have gone out. So, Naga Siren, more likely to be a support in this game, but always the potential to run her as a carry still. It's just not quite as favored since her attack animation and base damage were severely nerfed after TI2, or at least the base damage. I don't know if they changed the attack time, but anyway, nerfed, so pretty much played as a support with Riptide and Net, as they're so useful, and the Riptide is a ridiculous burst. And the Razor here picked up immediately, most likely in response to the OD, one of the few heroes that can actually lane against him and do well, just because of Static Link and also, what is it even called, Unstable Current, which every time you get put under you take damage and you're slowed and it's annoying. But Visage picked up again, the first pick by Faded. They love their aggressive tri-lane, so there's no surprise that they're not going to pick Visage when they can. And they pick up the OD to take likely into the mid lane, although I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do something cheeky and maybe aggressive tri-lane it, but I don't know, who knows, we'll just have to wait and see. But into the other bans, Faded here going to take out the Jakiro. Again, a hero you want to ban when you go aggressive, as well as the Bane. They just do a lot of disruption. The Enfeeble, the Nightmare takes out 2 people, the Ice Path can take out 3, Dual Breath, Slow, Liquid Fire, just a lot of AoE annoying damage that comes out from Jakiro. Everyone that plays Dota competitively pretty much knows you don't want to go aggressive against him. Rubik here, going to be the ban from Top of the Line. They played it last game. Maybe they have something in mind that they don't want it to be stolen. Maybe Naga Sleep is maybe just what they're looking at, but who knows if they have something planned out further in the draft. The Rubik is going to be taken out, as well as the Weaver. Sort of a respect ban from Corey, but since it's so popular these days, if it gets through, it's really not a bad idea to ban it, because it can be really annoying to play against. However, this game, they do have the Naga Net, which is actually really nice for dealing with the Weaver until, let's say, the 18 to 25 minute mark, when Weavers generally pick up their Lincoln Sphere, if they're doing well somewhere in that window. But Windrunner and Crystal Maiden here have been picked up by Faded, so likely, again, I'm still going to say going aggressive. Crystal Maiden Visage, that's a lot of burst, so they have their level 2 and 3 in their tri-lane is going to be their kill window, that's for sure. And Windrunner likely to offlane, potentially mid. I don't know if they've worked out. You can actually do the Funnic, I guess I can call it the Funnic ancient trick. You can do it on Dire as well. It's actually easier. You just have to eat a lot more trees. Yeah, it is always kind of risky going aggressive versus the Coddle and a PL. Maybe not so much the PL because you want to shut him down, but with the Coddle, there's a lot of AoE damage, which makes it pretty dangerous to go up against if you're out of sync one step. Illuminates will add up over time, especially when they get higher levels. That being said, Illuminate fully charges Visage's Soul Assumption, so he will just be able to throw those out pretty much willy-nilly as long as the mana allows him to. The last bans, Clockwork, going to be taken out by Faded, so pretty good idea there. Clockwork does well in 1v1 lanes, since when you're aggressive, that's what you get, 1v1 lanes. Maybe they don't want Clockwork to... He does well against Lone Druid, actually. Maybe they're taking him out. Are going to pick up Lone Druid, excuse me. An Alchemist taken by Top of the Line. Just worried that Alchemist, could farm mid, could go defensive, could do 1v1, get a free lane. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Windrunner, Crystal Maiden, Visage, and an aggressive tri-lane. Going up against it looks like it would be Phantom, Coddle, and Naga Siren. As we wait for the last pick up here, I'm going to read a text message. I know that was very professional to respond to your text message, but apologies. Still waiting on that 5th pickup here, so taking a lot of time to think about this. Using up most of their reserve time, 40 seconds left in it now. What do they really need? I think they need another core. Do they? Windrunner, OD. If you get off to a good early game start, this is a really good early mid-game lineup here with OD and Windrunner. It's a lot of magic damage between the stuns of Visage, Crystal Maiden, power shots from Windrunner, and of course the orbs by OD and Sanity's Eclipse. So they've got a lot to go early game, but maybe they're thinking, what if it does go late? I mean, there's a PL. What can we do against that? Which apparently I would answer Ursa with Empower.
Team pick.
That was probably one of the more fun games to watch of all TI3, but not going to be the case because they only had one hero left to pick, and they didn't have Ursa or Magnus. So they pick up the Quap, and top of the line picks up the Bounty Hunter. So looking to probably do a Bounty Hunter off lane, Razor mid against that OD, or just going to go wherever OD is, and then the bot lane going to be this PL, Coddle, Naga. So the net into an Illuminate and a Spirit Lance, it's pretty much enough to take anyone out. So we'll see if they still decide to go aggressive. Saibi is going to be going mid on the Quap, probably one of the heroes he plays the most, at least from what I've seen. Casting CEVO Resurgence. And my Dota has crashed. Good job, Dota. I'll get back in a second. But yeah, he's played the Quap a lot in the Resurgence in CEVO Season 1. Computer too good. Alright, so we're back into the game here. Looks like most of my settings have saved, except I see that net graph is still on, so let me take care of that real fast. And let's get into introducing some of these teams. So once again, on the Dire, we've got Corey, and it looks like I was correct, going as that farming carry, or farming core at least, as that Windrunner, and the aggressive tri-lane going to be supported up by Dimitri. This should be a feed fest from Dimitri. Dimitri here on the Crystal Maiden with wards, and lots of regen. In theory here on the Visage with sentries, and again lots of regen. OD, last but not least here. Oh, yeah, did I get Saibi? Saibi on the Quap, we talked about that anyways. And Lannister, once again solo safing on the OD. Going to be going against the tri-lane at first, but I wouldn't be surprised if they swap that around in the bot lane. It's just going to be Zeeth on the Bounty Hunter, and he's playing for top of the line. They're going to be on the Radiant this time. He's got a Poor Man Shield and some regen that was pulled to him by Captain Cray, so how nice. We've got Sevent going into the mid lane, going to be going up against a Quap, so I like what they did there. They kind of baited the Razor pick by giving the OD, and then they just send Quap mid, who should do quite well against Razor. And now OD's finding himself top against a tri-lane, which maybe isn't amazing. And let's introduce that tri-lane for the side of top of the line. That's unstoppable on the Naga, Captain Cray, on the Unicorn Coddle, gotta love that skin. And Predict, last but not least here, on the farming Phantom Lancer. Although it might actually be kind of hard for them to kill Lannister by themselves. I won't be surprised if we see a lane rotation pretty early on, because they probably don't want this. They're probably loving that their PL's getting free farm, but I don't know. Razor isn't going to have a big impact this game, I don't think. Well, let me check my facts. There's Crystal Maiden pretty much the only move that's done in Shackle Shot. Razor is generally good when he can run around and cause chaos with his ult, but if there's stun and magic burst, it's when he suffers the most. Which there is quite a bit, and actually a level 1 gank underway here. CEVO trying to get him to go on him, which it looks like he did succeed. He's already got the Shadow Poison as well, and now here comes Theory from the backside with an Illusion Rune, as well as Dimitri. So it looks like we're going to see the first blood. The Frostbite goes out, and the first blood going to go to Theory. I have to say, I don't have stats because I'm not Bruno, but I gotta say Visage probably got the most first bloods, and I haven't checked the compendium, so that answer probably is out there. But my guess would be Visage. Anyway, looks like the support's now just going to roll up to the top lane, so they're going to be tri-laning here with the OD. OD generally a hero that needs levels, so you generally don't want to put him in tri-lanes, but in this case it might not be so bad, or they could just be de-warding and trying to get some stacks going on. Always a good thing to do. As, you know, Lannister's getting his levels, he's doing fine. He's actually got more last hits in the PL, so he's winning a tri-lane 1 versus 3, so you can't really not like that. Visage goes down to a neutral. I don't think he didn't spend all of his gold, so yeah, he didn't spend all of his gold. I don't think that was too planned here. Astral Imprisonments are just being thrown out left and right. Here come Dimitri and Theory. They're in the top lane, and they showed themselves, so it's no surprise. Likely top of the line expected them to come up here after taking out mid, which was the first blood, and I wish that didn't add to the scoreboard, but that one death is going to be Theory dropping to the neutrals, which at this level doesn't really affect you all that much. I think wasted mana actually probably wasn't a bad idea to just go back. Anyways, seeing why Coddle is so annoying, those Illuminates spamming out, and of course the mana that he keeps giving to predict to throw the lances, that's going to hurt a lot too. However, with the Astral Imprisonment, even if you have mana to give, you might not have enough mana to use a spell. So OD probably liking his odds in this lane actually, with 8 last hits. We'll see what he decides to build into. He's just went all stats right now, 4 branches and a circlet, so quite a lot of stats. CEVO in the mid lane getting static linked up. He can't really last hit, only 14 damage taken, so it won't be too hard for him. But he's also got the Scream of Pain, and his bottle's up and running, so he can bottle Crow if he needs it, or get the runes. Actually, let's check out Razor's build, I'm curious. So he's going to an Unstable Current. That's about all you need, so I won't be surprised if he maxes Plasma Field next. And this game, I mean, there's no one he really needs the static link for. It's not like a Nyx or a Spirit Bear is going to emerge out of the jungle, so I think he's safe to just max the Plasma Field after this. The rate of steal is enough. Ooh, a nice Illuminate in the top lane, doing a lot of damage to the supports, but now there's a full charge on Theory. He wants to go and he wants to kill Unstoppable. Now he's getting a little low if there's another net. Captain Cray doesn't even have enough mana to mana himself. Now he can Chakra Magic just enough, but it's going to be a while before a couple casts of that, so maybe like another 30 seconds to a minute before he gets back up to full. But yeah, now Corey left in the bot lane by himself against a Bounty Hunter. Did they leave the sentries? There's no sentries in lanes, so I'm surprised Corey's actually doing as well as he is. He's going to have to windrun here, going to try to fight, but knows he's got to get out of there. There is a Shuriken Toss up and running. Actually, Unstoppable in trouble in the top lane. Theory and Dimitri looking to get on the board again. Oh, the Frostbite's going to be enough. The Soul Assumption's there. That's going to be another kill. Well, actually, it wasn't quite enough, but it doesn't matter. Lannister is there to throw down the last hit, picking up another kill. So 2 kills going the way. Top of the line is on the board because Theory died to a neutral, but they're not really on the board yet, so I'd say 2-0 for now. Into the mid lane, checking out the farm. Pretty even, so Razor will have a decent mid game, I think. That really depends on if they're going to be saving the stuns for him. And with, I mean, PL isn't really an explosive. Oh, Corey taking out the Bounty Hunter in the bot lane with a, looks like Power Shot is on cooldown, so a well-timed Power Shot. Wind Run, maybe not even used there. I know they were both pretty low, but I thought Corey was just running back to base. But anyway, PL doesn't really hit his stride all that early. You need quite a few levels in Juxtapose and Phantom Edge to really get that strong, and on top of that you need, at least a Yash or a Diffusal Blade before you can do a lot of damage, so the stuns are likely to be just focused on this Razor for the early to mid game, so I don't know. You probably gathered by now that I'm not a big fan of the Razor pickup, because I think he doesn't bring much to the mid game, unless he does in the rare circumstances that, like there's no stuns or there's another target that's so much more necessary. But I would say in this case there's not. Maybe the Bounty Hunter, although he did just drop to Corey as well. Let's see what level he is. He's level 5, so he's roaming without track, which is fine. If they go ahead and get a kill here, he'll hit level 6 and then he'll have it. But roaming a little early, I think it would have been worth it to just maybe wait a little. They're going to go on Theory. The Lance goes out, the Janata Strike from Invis goes as well. Dimitri trying to save his teammate here. Soul Assumption's going out. There's the net. So Phantom Lancer predicting to pick up that kill. Now Dimitri going to go down as well. Illuminate even there. So that's a lot of kills. But Sandy does Eclipse. Going to come out. He takes the Bounty Hunter out, who didn't hit level 6 off of that. So still not going to have track. None of those were track kills, but it gets them on the board at least. So they're going to take out 2 kills. So now 3-2. I guess 4-2. I don't know, I'm going to stop counting. We'll just say 4-3, because that's what it actually is. Theory again with a nice burst of damage from the Soul Assumption. Lannister, though, going on a 3-0 killing streak right now. Killing spree, so doing quite well there. And winning the 1 vs 3, which then turned into a 3 vs 3 lane pretty handedly, I think. Who's the farmer in that lane? The PL? He's got, what, 14 last hits, 27, so that's not going amazing, but it's not terrible. And Corey, the most farmed on the map right now, 32. And 9 in that bot lane. Looks like he's going to be getting this tower pretty soon, as I don't think anyone's rotating down. Zeeth still looking for level 6. He really just needs to settle down and get level 6, I think. I know the supports are up there. Maybe that was Theory and Dimitri pinging out Zeeth. Do they have sentries? There's one on the ground from them, actually. They're going to find Unstoppable. And now they're going to have to back off because the jig is up. They've been discovered. Zeeth trying to hunt them down, but they've got sentries. Zeeth could be in trouble, but Theory no mana. And the sentry now being taken out. It's going to be dewarded. Let's see that last hit on the tower, Corey. Let's see if I was right. Now we're going to put 3 in Static Link and Plasma Field. He's going to pop his ult to try and run away. Maybe get a kill, but pretty much just to say, hey, don't chase me. I really don't want to die. Dimitri is going for it, but no, not going to make it in time. Too slow on that Crystal Maiden. Even with Boots 1, you're like the slowest hero in the game. And Bounty Hunter actually on the prowl. Looks like he's already thrown out all of his damage there. Trying to get this kill. It's not even going to be a track kill, but it looks like he will maybe get YOLO. Type in YOLO, diving for the kill. He gets it, but Theory almost level 6 now at 8 minutes on the Visage. That's pretty good timing. Crystal Maiden, not so much. And this is all this roaming from Dimitri and Theory is left Lannister by himself. He gets an Essence proc from his Tranquil Boots, so you gotta love that. Corey picks that tower up on the bot lane. So, I mean, we can see the last hits and denies are top 3 in favor of Faded right now. So we check the gold graph. We expect it to be pretty skewed in their favor, especially since they just took a tower and have more kills. And indeed it is 4,000 gold and about 4,000 XP. And now CEVO starting the rotation is going to be the first mid to actually rotate. He's up top lane. Looks like they know. He ran right past their ward and sentries. They just dewarded and put up nice wards, so definitely saved them from getting crushed in the top lane by co-op rotation. So wards are important. Moral of the story. Corey in trouble in the bot lane. He's been tracked up. He's trying to run away. 5 seconds. Is there enough burst damage here? Shuriken's level 2 now, so it's down 200. I think Corey could actually be in a lot of trouble here. In mid, CEVO's in trouble as well. I don't know if he can really offer a hand. Can Zeeth get close enough? Corey goes for the rune. He's going to get it. Surprised he hasn't thrown the Shuriken yet. There it goes, and one more attack. The Shackle mini-stun isn't enough. Power shot's going to go out as well. Zeeth's going down here as he was dusted, but Corey did drop. Trying to get... Oh, puppy paws. I like the humor on this guy, who apparently lives by me now, so who knows. So PL disconnects. What's happening? I stopped paying attention immediately as the pause went down. CEVO's here. So Savent, he's going to have the Plasma Field. Who is Savent actually playing mid this game? He played the Nature's Prophet off lane last game, so maybe top of the line, rotates their lanes around a little bit, depending on what they need, which is fine. I mean, a lot of people do that. A lot of pro teams do that even. I don't really think anything else is really going to develop. The Bounty Hunter already went down. Corey went down as well. The Bounty Hunter hit 6. Yeah, so that was actually a track kill, so that is probably worth it for him. He's taken 3 heroes' time to get a track kill and died just himself. Although I guess Savent is kind of here, so like 3 heroes' time to 2. Whatever. Either way, it works well for him. He's got boots up. He's got a poor man's shield. The Orb of Venom for some chasing. Wouldn't be surprised. Probably just going to finish Phase next, and then maybe a... Vlad's if they want to get into some pushing. They probably don't because PL can just do that later. Phase drums just for some 5-man aura early on to live in those team fights when it's 4 versus 1. 4 versus 5 for protect 1. Jumbling my words out of practice here on this casting. TI3 ruined me. But yeah, I guess we'll see what he goes. Could just rush a Deso, could rush a BKB as well. Gonna need to survive because I think he's gonna be a target that's gonna be heavily focused, at least until a little bit later when this PL gets a bit stronger. Who has actually found himself in the bot lane now, going to get some farm. He's got 27 last hits, so he's trailing quite a bit behind the Windrunner and the OD. And actually, CEVO has caught up a bit, 35 last hits now, as Quap was roaming top for a bit there. He's caught up. Quap, CEVO only at 28. That's really not that great, but that just shows CEVO knows what he's doing. With the static link maxed up, you'd have to use all your mana to get last hits because you can't when you're static linked. As we see, he's stolen already 112 damage right now from Queen of Pain, hitting for -50. Can't really get last hits when you're hitting for -50. And if anyone just joining us, this is CEVO Season 2 Playoffs, the round of 16 between Top of the Line and Faded. This is Game 2. Oh, they were nice and put that on. Game 1, as you can see, going towards Faded. Pretty convincing Game 1. Game 2 looks a little bit more contested. Well, it's kind of leveled out at the 4K, 5K marks on gold and XP, but they got a PL on their side with the Coddle for that split push, which can get pretty annoying as the game gets later and later. So there's a bit of a time window, especially with heroes like OD and Quap and Visage, where you're so magic damage dependent. We can throw Crystal Maiden into that too. Even Windrunner, honestly, with the power shot. But Windrunner is building damage items, so she'll be doing some right click and, you know, not getting BKBs anytime soon, I think, on top of the line. So OD will be hitting pretty hard with his orb. I believe a couple of the other games are being cast. Rakuda 1. That's all I know for sure. He's doing Audamus. I learned how to say it. Audamus. Or you can just say AU because you can't mispronounce that. Versus Fabulous Fago, so that should actually be a pretty good matchup. If you want to check that out while this is paused, that's on twitch.tv/Rakuda1. Go ahead and subscribe to him as well. He does a lot of casting for CEVO as well as playing in it. And mine, twitch.tv/FMBPDota. If you want to subscribe to that, it would mean a lot to me. And of course, make sure to check out CEVO.com. You can find all the streams of all the live games there once you navigate to the Dota 2 homepage, so make sure to check on that. As the playoffs get underway, I think today is the 19th, so the next games are on the 22nd, I believe. So it looks like we're just doing 2 best of 3s a week. There's an upper bracket and a lower bracket. Everything is best of 3. Up until the finals, which will either be best of 3 or best of 5. I'm not quite sure on that. I can check back. And I want to say, I don't remember for sure, but I want to say the prize pool is $500 for first place, $250 for second place, and hardware prizes, I want to say they're headphones for third place. So if you're in need of headphones, third place might be better than second place. And now that I've run out of things to say, we'll just look at the graphs again. 4.5, 5,000 gold lead, so pretty ahead where they need to be is Team Faded going into the, I don't know, early game, early mid game, whatever you want to call it, doesn't really matter. The 10-minute mark, they're pretty ahead. They don't have a medallion yet, it looks like Theory this time with the Visage, just going straight for a mech, as PL has actually reconnected. So they just need to start, I think, 5-man taking some fights, pushing some towers. They can't really afford to get picked off with track kills or lose any team fights with track kills in a PL around. That'll definitely really hurt them. So it looks like nothing was going to happen in the bot lane. Savi maybe wanting to chase a little bit. Naga Siren though. Level 3, let's check out the levels on support. So level 3 Naga Siren is going to be the lowest in the game right now on the side of top of the line, followed up by Dimitri and Coddle. So that's Faded in top of the line. Theory though already level 6. Actually, wow, Savant in the mid lane actually in a lot of trouble. Soul Assumption is going to be enough to take him down. Indeed it does. So Savant goes down. That's a nice pick off right there. Bounty Hunter respawning now. So not able to get in there and help out at all. He goes top, he's looking for a kill on this OD, but it's going to be a hard one to get. OD, he's level 8, about to hit level 9, he's got Tranquils. Looks like he might be going Orchid or just a really fast Refresher. That would be pretty interesting. Wow, doing a ton of damage. At level 9 is when he starts to hurt, and Captain Cray is dead. Putting Z Thunder Lannister doing a ton of damage. He only had 1 Astral's imprisonment stack as well. I mean, it does give him, what, 10 intelligence, so quite a bit of attack power. Now he picks up his orb, so now he's a real threat. This is really the window where they need to get a lot of kills. Saivy coming up in the top lane. Wow, there's 1 kill right there. Lannister, that's a double. Taking out the Bounty Hunter and the Naga. It's really a triple if you include this. So 3 kills going the ways. That's 6-0 right now on Lannister. 6-0, 50 last hits, 25 denies. That's exactly how this game needs to be going for Faded right now. With that OD being so strong, I won't be surprised if they just group top to push this tower down or rotate the OD into the team. Although I guess he's pretty content finding solo kills here. Corey looks like he is going for an Orchid as well, so maybe just 2 Orchids in the early game to really shut down Naga. I guess Naga, I don't really know. I'm thinking this is a Refresher Orb first on the OD. Seems troll, but Theory picking up another kill in the mid lane.
Is under attack.
Oh, they look kind of the same. Theory's in top, but actually just as familiar that gets the kill there. Nice shackle there by Corey onto Captain Cray. Captain Cray in trouble. Saivy linking in there with the Screams of Pain, doing a whole lot of damage. Will Unstoppable go down? It looks like he might. Corey has quite a bit of damage. He's slowed up there by the Janata from Zeeth and the mirror image. Maybe going to confuse him, but Corey deciding he should pretty much run here as he's tracked up. Dimitri, I'm a little worried about. Trying to be Ake, but it's just not going to happen. And now he's going to die. Or is he? The Frostbite goes off, the Shackle latches, there's the Dust and a Sentry as well, the Plasma Field goes out. Theory with the Soul Assumption to pick up the kill. That was maybe one of the more ridiculous things I've ever seen. I don't even know. Pro bait or just a horrible Crystal Maiden all, I'm not really sure. Theory's going to go down though. Savant zapped a lot of damage from that and hit him for about a quarter of his health. The Shackle's not going to land. Corey knows he's got a window and he's got to get out of there. But Lannister does so much damage, it doesn't really matter. He can kill everybody. Captain Cray's going to go down. That's another double kill. Or maybe not a double kill, but 7-0 right now. He's about to go godlike. 8-0. Probably like the 13-14 minute mark here. As his team just needs to heal up. It's 16-8 right now. Checking into the graphs, it's even worse than it was when we looked. It's during the pause, about 8,000 right now. So about exactly the same gold graph pretty much as last game. It was a little more steady last game without this massive plateau, which is kind of interesting looking.
Is under attack.
But yeah.
I have no reason to lie about such things.
Game's going well for Faded. PL, let's check into PL. Where's he at? I don't know why I'm on hero level. PL TPing back up top, trying to get that farm. That is tier 2 as the wave now approaching it. He's at 51 last hits at 13 minutes, so it's not great, but it's not terrible. Actually, a lot of kills this game, not so much farm. The most farm right now on Cord, but even 63 for free farming at 13 isn't a whole lot. He's been roaming around a little. He's been dealing with Bounty Hunter actually for quite a while, which has been annoying. He's actually died to it a few times and gave up a track kill. But they really need to farm this PL. They need Naga to get some levels. He's almost level 6, so we can reset those fights. They need Captain Cray to be farming and getting a mech. They really need a mech. There's so much burst, both individual burst and AoE burst on the side of Faded. It's kind of hard to deal with their squishy heroes. 700 HP on the Bounty, 815 on the Razor, 700 on the Naga, 560, and then what's PL got? 9. No one over 1,000 HP yet. So the burst from Sanity's Eclipse alone takes everyone about to a quarter or half health, so it's pretty hard. They need a mech or they just need to tank up with some bracers. Savant potentially in trouble, actually maybe Theory and even more. Can he get off a Soul Assumption? It looks like he will. He's going to be able to get that kill there and live until Zeeth takes him out. I don't think that was actually a track kill. Corey takes out Captain Cray there on the backside of that. So again, 3-for-1 trade. Theory probably happy with that. It's 19-9. Looking to maybe get this bottom tier 2 tower is Faded. Let's see where PL is though. PL, he farms, he gets top. He gets a top tier 1 tower, he last hits it as well, so he's catching up. He's got 2,400. How much does that cost straight up? I want to know, but I don't want to stare at the items anymore. These things are happening.
Strange to say, Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, it costs 3,300. You think I should know that,
Radiant's
but
middle tower has fallen.
not too lazy to do math right now.
Someone
Speaking
must
of
be
mechanisms,
very
there's a pretty
pleased
key
with
item coming out on
themselves.
Theory after that death, and I was
Radiant's
right.
bottom
I
tower
guess,
is being
I mean, it wasn't really
subjected
that
to
hard of a call, but
extreme
Minus are going
violence.
straight for that Refresher Orb. They really want that AoE teamfight damage back to back. Dimitri with a nice ult, but it'll be cancelled by the Shuriken toss. Ori though, maybe get in there. He's blinding lighted. I think he's just gonna run. He's not gonna be able to kill. And that was the furthest net I've ever seen in my life. I know it. As soon as the cast animation starts, it goes off, but that was far. But the mech's there, and the Refresher Orb pretty much just layering up. I mean, Lannister on the OD, such a big mana pool, no problem to use Sendi's Eclipse and Refresher Orb. It's not like
Dire's top tower is under attack.
he could just use it right here if he wants to. Unstoppable going to be going down here, and here shows up the PL. Will he just ult for it? No,
Dire's
it's
top
not
tower
going.
is under attack.
Predict trying to run away, he's trying to doppelwalk, but he's been dusted up. He's running away as best as he can. The Soul Sentry goes out, it does quite a bit of damage. Everyone's there. The orb going to be just enough. Monster kill streak now. Oh, Godlike's an iron. I guess I can't count. But Lannister, either way, 8-0 right now at the 15-minute mark, doing work. And everyone alive. Corey respawning now. He's got his Orchid finished up. Going to TP to the
Dire's
top,
top
actually,
tower
and just
is
try to
being
farm.
attacked like
I think
nobody's
they're fine to
business.
5-man or even just take a Roche. Let's see. Theory didn't get the medallion this time, so the Roche would be a little slower. There's no armor reduction on anyone else. The Orchid finished up. Check on Razor. He's got phase. He's going drums. PL bought that Yasha, but he can't really even farm in his jungle right now. Pretty dangerous.
Radiant's
Nothing
bottom
really to
tower
speak up
is
on Naga
under
or
attack.
the
Has that
Coddle
ever
and
been
Bounty
cause
Hunter
for
here.
celebration?
Going for drums phase, which is pretty much what I expected. But it's
Radiant's
just really not
bottom
enough
tower
to
is
tank up
being subjected
against
to
this OD
extreme
right now. He's just
violence.
having
Radiant's
one heck of a game.
structures
Level 13.
are
It's the
fortified.
highest in the game right now.
There
And they
appears to
co-op
be
the
some
second
sort
highest, so
of
there's just so much magic damage. They don't get the deny. The familiars actually take out the tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This event shows up. They're trying to turn this on the side of top of the line, but I don't know if they can. The Frostbite goes up from Dimitri. There's the sleep to reset everything. Oh, I like this. The sleep static link under the OD. He's got no damage, but he still has his ult. So he pops off one. Can he get two? He does get two. Side B with the double kill. Lannister goes godlike before going down, so he does give away quite a bit of gold. Dimitri somehow still alive on the backside of this. Zeeth is dusted up. They're bursting him down pretty hard. Dimitri goes down. Crystal Maiden, pretty much how she rolls. She dies in about every engagement, regardless of how you're playing. And Corey, in the meantime, that was a 4 versus 4 fight as PL was farming the jungle, but Corey's going to get that top tier, so they win the fight. I want to say
Radiant's top tower is
3 for
under
2,
attack.
but they get 2 tier 2 towers out of it as well, so definitely worth it. 4 faded, that's for
Radiant's
sure.
top tower
PL
has
was farming up a
fallen.
bit, but with just a Yasha,
Surely
the
that
jungle
was
hurts him quite a bit, and
intentional?
this is dangerous. One power shot, and he's dead. Well, Corey's gonna have to TP out. I don't think he can go for it. I don't know. He maybe could have 217. How much does power shot do? 360, even with mitigation. I think he would have got that. Did anyone go bottle? Yeah, Quap's going bottle. Quap's got her Orchid as well. So Corey with an Orchid, Saibi with an Orchid, and then Refresher here on Lannister, which came in use already. That did a ton of damage in that team fight. Even without really having any Astral Imprisonment stacks, it's going to do a lot of damage just because he's such a high level right now. And the int gain is pretty nuts, 3.3 on the OD, that's pretty high. I think Pugna's the highest with 4. And then I think the highest stat game is 4.2 agility on PL. That would just be me trying to spit some knowledge bombs. But I think that's right. Bottle gonna get caught out, maybe. He threw a nice Illuminate that. Actually, I don't really think it hit anyone. Savannah gonna go down. Lannister's Orb doing so much damage. Unstoppable gonna drop as well. No problem there for Faded, rolling through everyone, even tracked up, and likely to get this tier 2 tower. Let's see who's sticking around here. On the backside is Zeeth, looking to get some tracks, just throw the tracks out. PL spamming the Illuminates to try to stop this push, which thinks, or that says to me, it's probably time for the Roshan. Surprised they're not doing it yet. The medallion is also now finished up on Theory, so pretty expected there. Corey goes in. Oh, Saibi, excuse me. Goes in, pops the Orchid off, so they know he has the Orchid, but they probably would have expected that anyway. What's this courier delivering some sentries up? They're going to get this tier 2 tower pretty much without contest. Top of the line really can't fight them right now. They pretty much have to turtle inside their base and just try to funnel all the farm over to predict. It's about the only chance they got.
Or himself.
As we're checking for the gold graph, we can see 15, almost 20k. Same thing in the experience, so pretty much telling the story of this game. Pretty one-sided, even from the beginning fighting phase. Still working on breaking the base, slow sieging. He's trying to get something done. He really just needs to go back to base and get his mana filled up. Because he's kind of running around. He's trying to be as useful as he can, but it's hard. When you're losing your bounty hunter and the other team is 5-manning, and their 5-man is a great deal more effective than yours. But it looks like he did get the courier, as it is dead right now. So, you know, at least they got that. CEVO gonna go down again. He'd be a little far up there, just trying to get some farm any way that he can. If we check into the last hits right now, Corey with 98. Not a particularly high farming game at 20 minutes, no one even over 100. But 98, 95, and then 73, so the PL's been catching up. Side B was way behind CEVO, but we can see he's overtaken him by quite a bit, 70 to 59, and that's about the only heroes where last hits matters, as Bounty Hunter has got that track goal to keep him in the game. And they've got a few track kills, as, you know, it's 20 to 13, it's nearly half of those are track kills. But there's just so much magic damage in burst here. Theory in a bit of trouble. That was the sure contested a lot. He's gonna take him down maybe a little far out.
I just noticed that
I think Side's finding him with all those pings. Going for a Shadow Blade here. It's kind of a troll build, but it's fun. You can ult from invis. Pretty hard to stop. I don't know that it's a great choice this game though, because, you know, you're gonna be tracked and they can see you anyway. But I guess it is nice for the mobility, bit of a surprise factor. In the mid lane, Corey in a bit of trouble. Everyone hunting him down. Looks like CEVO gonna take that last hit up there. So nice pick off. They take out 2. So a bit of a sloppy retreat there by Faded. They're definitely not playing 100% so far. Pretty confident that they're ahead. I think getting a little sloppy right now. Or maybe I'm just so spoiled from watching 150 games from TI3. Oh, there's the stinking courier. You can see it dead. Looks like Lannister's back into the fighting right now. He's going to be tracked up, but I don't know how much that matters. Orb still does 149 damage alone. Look at him taking chunks. He pops the ult anyway just to take him out to show that he doesn't even care about that static link. As he's got a refresher orb and he can use his ult again when they try to break this high ground, which it looks like they're doing. Dimitri's heading back to the base. He's got the Shadow Blade completed. Probably just TP in. Looks like they found the Bounty Hunter, and they're going to take him out, no problem there. Unstoppable likely in trouble now. Going straight for a sheep stick now is Lannister. What do you put? What? Wait, what? I'm confused. Oh, yeah, I didn't use refresher. Okay, I get it. I get it. That was cute. I would have just assumed he used it right away, but he did not. Corey now coming down from the top lane. He's got a Ghost Scepter picked up now, so probably tired of getting picked off by the Bounty Hunter and the Razor have been focusing him pretty hard in all the engagements on the backside, or at least the Bounty Hunter hunting him on the backside. So picking up the Ghost Scepter, because still, again, he's not really hitting for a whole lot. What, 143? Really just hoping for the power shot damage and the shackles right now. And finally they attempt the Rosh. I think they could have gotten away with this a lot earlier. And the other team, do they know? I would assume that they know, but can they really do anything about it? They can try to spam some Illuminates, but I don't know. The OD, he can just catch you off guard. And 22-30, so I think this Rosh is 17 seconds later than it was in their last game, in game 1 for Faded, which I think it was 22-12. I remember random things, but I'm pretty sure that was it, because I typed it out. But anyway, they take the Rosh and they immediately head bot. All the tier 2 towers, as we can see here, have been taken out, so they're just going to line up for the bot lane. Mid lane's pretty low. I'm surprised. I mean, generally you don't want to take a mid lane so that way you can push bot and push top, and that way they run a great distance back and forth. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to matter too much this game. They got about the 20k gold lead. That's about what they need. I forgot who was saying that. 20k gold lead, pipe, and a mech is about all you need. They don't have the pipe, but they got the magic damage to make up for it. Not a whole lot of magic damage on their side. Corey again in a lot of trouble. Zeeth, he's almost taken down. Nice. No, gonna dodge that last attack. The power shot goes out. It's dodged. Quick little feat there by Zeeth. The sleep goes out by Unstoppable. Are the birds able to do enough damage? They have stuns. I'm not sure why he didn't stun. But either way, she's going to get away. The sleep is down, so there's really not a whole lot of things top of the line can do to stop this team fight. Hopefully Faded remembers to focus on buildings and not chase Razors past towers, because that slow upon giving damage to Razor is very strong, and you will get caught behind the towers and likely die. But they get the 2-3 tower. Dimitri is way in there. He's going to be able to get out. Unstoppable. Hero Shackle. No, just shackled up into a creep. And Illuminate's coming out here from Captain Cray. It's going to do quite a bit of damage, actually enough to take out Dimitri. So now it's 4 versus 4. What can Kiel do? He still doesn't really have a lot. He's 500 gold off with that Diffusal Blade. Lannister's been taking a lot of damage from the Static Link. He can throw off another ult. There he goes. Triple kill for Lannister right now. Almost dies to that Illuminate from Captain Craig. 2 buybacks, if not 3. I think at least 2 there. Yeah, just 2 buybacks from the Razor and from the Bounty Hunter to get back into this game. So they take out Lannister. That was the Aegis. It's down right now, and Corey and Lannister likely to just run away here. Looks like Jesus was still doing work with those familiars from the grave as well. Did they get the racks? They didn't get the racks. They got a tier 3 and they got the racks. So top of the line staying in this right now. Predict just needs to keep on farming. He's got the Diffusal Blade if he needs it, and that actually just made this game a bit harder. Maybe not a whole lot harder yet, but Diffusal Blade is going to take a lot of mana. It's going to be pretty annoying and really going to pretty much double, well, let's say quarter. 125% damage output, I think is fair. It drains, what, like 30 mana, hits for 100. Actually, in the bot lane, Corey going for a solo kill on Unstoppable. We're going to channel the ult up with the Orchid. Is it going to be enough damage? Not really. And he's going to have to run out of there. I'm not really agreeing here with this Ghost Scepter build. I don't think that was really all that necessary. And it takes away from his right-click potential, as they do kind of need him to right-click. I mean, even a Deso maybe, just for pushing some buildings a little faster. Wouldn't have been a terrible idea. I think if they're really just fighting together, I don't think Corey's going down to anyone. I think the Windwalk is enough time. Will they group 5 and go to the mid lane? Let's see. There's a mech on Coddle, so again, they wasted a bit of time here on the side of Fated. Not able to get this Rax, trying to get some hero kills. Maybe could have got it. They don't have the best building pushing lineup, which is again why they kind of have to get rolling with this. Shackle's not going to land. Corey taking a lot of damage there from Zeeth, going to pop his Ghost Scepter. But they're coming back for the building push now. The net goes out, the Frostbite in return. Rebuttal Frostbite unstoppable, in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down, and the Rax now being focused. So taking a lot of damage here. Someone Astral Imprisonment on the side, that's going to be Zeeth. He's got no mana at all. Shackle not going to land, although there are some trees over there, so doesn't land. Static Link looks like was already disrupted though. Zeeth! Wow, gonna go down to Dimitri's Crystal Nova. Now Captain Cray in a bit of trouble here. Are the ults up here? The ult is not yet up. 15 seconds on ult. 11 seconds, but it doesn't even matter. It's 4 already down. Only the Razor alive. And there's the GG for game 2. So Fated, they're gonna move on to the round of 8. I guess that's not really the round of 8. Yeah, round of 8
has fallen.
In the upper bracket. Meanwhile, top of the line, not out of it yet. They're going to drop down to the lower bracket, and we'll likely see more from both of these teams as the playoffs continue. The Season 2, CEVO Season 2 playoffs. This was the first night, getting it kicked off. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I enjoyed casting. Might have been a little sloppy. It's been a while. But I'm Helium from FMBP Dota. If you'd like, subscribe twitch.tv/FMBP Dota or youtube.com/FMBP Dota, and make sure to check out CEVO.com, get your predictions in, check out the brackets, check out the other casters covering the other games, and hopefully you all do that, and have a good night. Peace.